To an account, I get that as well. I'm talking on the thing. So I thought we would do a double live today. Because I like doing the morning chats. I didn't see your super chat. Am I supposed to? Let's grab this live. And I thought about, why is it hard to lose weight? Why? Why is it we struggle with it? We're going to break it down. Because I know why it's hard for me. Why is it we struggle with it? We're going to break it down. I mean, I think everybody's reason might be different. I mean, my reason is I just like to eat. And how could I not like to eat? So yeah, why is it like if we had a problem with alcohol, drugs, that we could, but we still have to eat our addiction? Now, I'm not saying we're all addicted. I'm just saying me. I'm talking about myself. I have to, I have an addiction to food and I have to coexist with it. And why is it that one platter never seems to be enough? Why is it I feel like I need to go back? I really come to the conclusion I was conditioned to do that. And I'm not blaming my parents, but yeah, maybe I am. But I feel like I can't just stop. Like I just want to eat till my stomach hurts. And I think my whole life I thought that's what you did. And I think I realize now that's not what you do. That's overeating. But I'm conditioned to it. It's like we're human, we're beings, we're organisms, and I guess we can, like dogs. I'm not comparing us to dogs, but you can condition a dog, we can condition ourselves. It's just repetitive behavior. And am I getting better? I am. I will tell you that. I've gotten better than I was back a few years ago. But it's not something that happens overnight. And I feel like I need to run that home because I think so much of us all right, well, I've been doing this for 6 months. Why am I still struggling? I think it takes a long time to get over something like this. Oh, let's see who's here. Chris is here. Tracy's here. Jocelyn. I am working from home, yes. Norty, Brandy, Janet, Becky, Shirley. Glad to see you. Hey, Ann and Debbie. Here's something weird that happened before I even continue. I got a crap ton of comments that I hadn't seen from years, from the last 3 years I've gotten. I'm like, YouTube does that. It holds comments for some strange reason. I don't know why. And all of a sudden they dump it on you. So I have comments, some of them are spam I've had to delete, but from 2 and 3 years ago. So if you get why did they respond to my comment now? Yeah, she just got it. I never saw it. So somehow it was held, and I don't know why. Good morning, Carletta. Well, that's the thing. I don't want you to use the word diet mode, because I think that's, in my opinion, for me, a negative word, because diet has a beginning, diet has an end. It's kind of like challenge. I'm not using the challenge word anymore because challenge has a beginning and challenge has an end. We want to have good morning, Mary, a lifestyle. Back into my healthy mode, you can call it, or lifestyle mode, because we're not having a beginning and an end. I think we shoot ourselves in the foot that way. At least I do. So if I can just call it a new way of eating, a healthy way of eating, a new lifestyle, because the old one didn't work, obviously. So how can I make changes? But like I say, I feel like we're just conditioned animals to automatically go to the higher thing, automatically go to overeating, automatically go to 2, 3 things that we shouldn't eat, automatically have a handful of candy when one piece should be enough. And that's what I try to do when I say having a small amount, regularly. If I allow, I don't have any pieces here, do I? I don't have any small little chocolates. Sometimes I keep them down here. But if you have we'll call this a piece of chocolate, but it's not. If you have one of these every day, you're not going to want it as much because you have it. You condition yourself not to desire it because you've basically had it. So I feel like sometimes when we don't allow ourselves to have certain things, it makes us crazy and it makes us desire it more. That's why I always say, fit it in, find a way, because I'm telling you, I've learned from that. Having things regularly makes me want them less. They are less desirable because I do eat them. And is that hard? Yes, because it's discipline. I can only have one, though I want to have the whole bag, but I can only have one. And then I say to myself, Denise, Would you rather have none and walk away? Sometimes walking away from it take away the power. Like if we sit there and stare at it, or sometimes I give it to the boys. I'll be like, here, I'll have one here. You take it and get it out of my vision. That helps a lot too. Hey, Doris, you can't get motivated. Are you doing too much? Like I feel like sometimes for me, and I always just when I ever answer a question, I'm always prefacing myself because that's the only thing I can draw from. Is sometimes when we overwhelm ourselves with too much, you're not motivated because it's a lot of work. I mean, think about it. Prepping, shopping, I should say shopping, prepping, planning, creating, exercising, drinking water, all those things that we have to do, not eat the things we're not supposed to eat, that's on there, is a lot of work, and it's daunting. And who wants to, it's easier to be fat. I shouldn't say the word, I hate the word fat. It's easier to be heavy or be with more weight than to try to lose it because it's so much work. But yeah, it is a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie and tell you it's easy because it's not. But what I will say, the more you challenge yourself and take baby steps and make small little things, like start off, to me, the best and most important thing is starting off in the grocery store, bringing home the correct foods. You don't have to plan. You don't even have to prep. But if you have the right things there when you go to use them, that's helpful. If you don't have all the things that set you off, like for me, it's chocolate, Doritos, those things, cakes set me off. So if they're not right in my eye view, I kind of make better choices. So I think the first thing you should work on is having good foods in. Start at the store. Like the lady said at my meeting, your weight loss journey, your weight, whatever it is, starts in the grocery store. So that's where you need to start. You need to get in the good foods. You got to get in the fruits and the vegetables and the lean meats. That's where it starts. And then just start from there and just do one thing. And then maybe the next week you could add on prepping them ahead of time if you wanted. And then you can move on to maybe looking up some recipes that you want to try that are sort of like the ones you really love, but they're very lower in points and calories. Good morning, Juju. Hey, Rosie. Hey, Lisa. There's no way you can answer all the comments we should. But I never got them. That's the weird thing. I never saw them. They hold them, and I'm not sure why they hold them hostage. They do that every once in a while. You'll get this. You'll get an influx of subscribers because they held those. You get an influx of comments. I try to acknowledge each comment with a heart because I think if you take the time to leave me a comment, you deserve a love, because I love that. I love that you took the time to write something. I try to give a couple words to each one. It's hard because sometimes I have more time than others, but definitely I appreciate that. Drinking lots of water. That definitely, you have to make a list of things you want to work on. That's what this is all about. Setting goals, and habits, but you can only do, I'm telling you to do 3, and you don't even have to do them all at once. Start off small and then work up to the big, you can't, for a lot of us, you can't start at number 20 when, you have to start at number 1. And then you just take those baby steps. And then once you get one thing down pat, once you got that shopping done and you're ready and every week that this is your list, then you could work on maybe prepping stuff, getting stuff ready for you so it's not daunting to, peel this and chop this and have this ready. And then you could work on, like I said, looking up recipes. And then maybe, you've got all that pretty good. Maybe you could work on a little bit of more movement. I'm not saying join a gym because I always say that to me is daunting, but go for a little bit of a walk. And you start off small. You don't do 5 miles in one day. You do maybe a third of a mile, and then you work up to 2/3 of a mile. Then you work up to 3/3 of a mile, and you just build on. It's like what you're doing is you're building on your journey, so it doesn't feel overwhelming. Because when it's overwhelming, we just don't do it. I'll tell you that. Good morning, Barbara. It is hard work to lose weight. It's extremely hard. Don't let anybody tell you it's not. Because we're conditioned to eat. We didn't get here because we weren't. And food is just, it's nourishment, and we have to eat it. And sometimes it's gosh darn good. Hey, Mimi. Yep, sometimes you have to relinquish, relinquish control. to your family. And if your family's not willing, I understand that. That's hard. But if you have a trusting family and you can sit there and say, listen, I need your help. I need your help. I need you to help me with this. Of course, they're always worried that you're going to interfere with their food and stuff. So if they're like that, then I always say try to do the best you can. Like eating regular, like non-light food, like a regular recipe, you can eat. You just have to control what you eat in that portion. Like we make box Kraft macaroni and cheese once in a while. I have it. I measure out a portion and I point it because I'm not making my own mac and cheese and they like the Kraft mac and cheese. So sue me. Like, so yeah, you can have what you're used to having. You could have a controlled amount of it. And so you can eat whatever, like sometimes when I make casseroles, like the not Hungry Girl, like Skinny Taste or Drizzle Me Skinny, any of their casseroles where sometimes they use the biscuits and stuff. What I try to do is, it's an 8.5 by 11 pan, and in a corner is mine. And I put less biscuit, or I put the right amount of biscuits for the recipe. And I put more biscuits, more cheese. So theirs is bulked up and mine is not. So you obviously could tell the corner it's kind of dipped down. So we're eating all this and they're not complaining because they're having their normal size portion and so am I. So there is ways to navigate that. Oh yeah, don't go to the store hungry. I hear you on that one. Good morning, Sharon. Yeah, I will. Yeah, when you're in pain from moving, that's hard. But I will share with you, healthy weight loss is 85% what you eat. I did my whole first part of my journey. I didn't exercise. I mean, I was working at school, but I didn't do anything extra. I didn't do any walking at all. And I would lose. Now, did I lose as much as somebody who exercised? Probably not, but I still consistently lost. And that is something you could still control what you're eating. You don't always have to exercise and move if you can't. It's coming off. It's slowly but surely it is. And that's what you have to keep in the forefront of your mind. You're not going anywhere, right? So what else do we have to do but work on ourselves? Especially if we're stuck at home, what we can do. And definitely just keep doing what you're doing. Hey, Leslie. Morning, Catherine. Hey, Becky. Oh, I think I already said hello to you. Did I say hello to you, Becky? I don't even know who I say hello to. Hello, Melanie. Ginger. Good for you. It's funny because I video on my phone and I watch on my computer because I'm not gonna lie, it's a little too hard for me to read. But I think that the phone gives the better picture. I have gone live on when I do the Zooms, it's on the computer. The pixels are not as great, but yeah, it's just a little bit harder to. And I always recommend if you're a person who uses your phone to I don't think I have it here, like a phone holder with a thing makes it easier, like a tripod. Actually, where's the other one that I used to use? This one. This is great. I got this at Five Below, or was it? No, I got this at Home Goods. You just sit your phone in it, so you don't have to hold it, and it kind of sits in there. I love this little holder. In fact, I do a lot of my lives with this thing, hands-free, because sometimes you hold the phone, it's like, yeah, I'm going to get cramp. Or if you lean it against something and falls, but here it doesn't. It has a little ridge. It's made to hold your phone. The loaf cakes, exactly. It's controlled eating. And at least I know I can't go back because there's no more cake. And I will tell you, I don't eat the whole one anymore. I used to because it fit into my point. So why not? But you know what? Half for me is good now. Even a third is good now because I know I'm going to have it. When you deny yourself food, it's that diet mentality that you go into like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to eat this. I better eat this now. And I want you to get rid of that heightened, because when you're in that state, we don't make the best choices and we eat sometimes and we go into that binge mode. But if you know that you're going to have something, it's relaxed. You make better choices when you're a little bit relaxed. And that's why I find odd protein cookies. I love them. I think the Quest peanut butter protein cookies are fabulous. And the little ones, the little cake ones, the vanilla and chocolate, they're great. It's a great little snack, and it tastes like a cookie to me, but it's high in protein. So it serves two purposes. It hits my cookie, and it gives me a little amp of protein that helps me feel a little bit fuller. I mean, regular cookies are not going to make you feel full because they're just sugar and fat. But these cookies are protein, so I cannot, like I say, now those toned up cookies, wasn't a fan of those. I don't know if I'll try another flavor. I thought they were just dry, and that tasted like a protein cookie. The Quest, a little bit better. Now the little ones are a little bit more drier than the peanut butter one, I will tell you, but I have to try the peanut butter chocolate chip. I was so excited about that one. Oh, the Life Journal. I made it. If you guys need any of these, just email me, and it's easier for me. I tried sharing the link, and it just doesn't seem to work. But if you email me, I have them loaded on my computer. I made these. I do the lives on Zoom on Monday mornings at, I guess it's this time. This time, Monday mornings, I do a live on Zoom, and you're welcome to just come in. I post it in the Facebook group. It's my same Zoom room for everything. It's a 289 number. And I have a little topic. It's a little more structured than this. This is a little bit more relaxed. But because we only have a half an hour or 35 minutes, because that's the free Zoom. And I talk about something, and I've been making cute little handouts. And this one I thought was great. This is for our first week, which was last week. We had our second week this week. But I came up with why, because you have to have it. And I thought this was great for the refrigerator. Like, why do I want to lose weight? What are 3 goals I want to achieve? And what are 3 habits I want to work on? Like, could be vegetables, could be water, could be movement, could be a lot of things. And 3 new foods you should try, because I learned that through Weight Watchers, through the 0 Point food list, because girls, I want to eat. And what 0 Point foods would help me, and beans was one of them, and I did not like beans. Starting out on the freestyle plan. But I know beans are high in fiber. I know beans are filling. So I just created ways for me to enjoy beans. Now I love beans. But if I didn't try them, I would never be making those dessert hummuses. I wouldn't be throwing them in my salads. I owe beans a lot. And that's because I tried them. All right. Thankful mom of 2. Hello. What is my absolute favorite go-to dinner recipe? That's a hard one. Favorite go-to dinner recipe? I would have to say, probably one of my favorites is from, I believe it's Skinny Taste. It's the pumpkin turkey chili. It's a 0 Point chili. And I know it sounds weird, but the pumpkin in there just pairs so well with the turkey that I made it for my family. Didn't tell them it was pumpkin because, you can't tell. That's one thing. Don't tell your family what you're making them. Just tell them it's food. Like, if you tell them it's a Weight Watcher recipe or a light recipe, they'll be like, oh, it's going to stink. And they're not. These recipes are so fabulous. And I didn't tell them it was pumpkin because I didn't want to hear it. I just said it was turkey chili. And they loved it. And I said, guess what the secret ingredient is? And then I said, pumpkin. And they were like, really? It's one of our favorites. And every time I make it, they just go crazy over it. So I would have to say, and I did a video on it, I believe, in a Frecky Fit Wolf many years ago. How I remember this, I don't know. But he held a Falling Into Fall collab. And I figured that's one of the things, and it's fall, it's pumpkin, that I make all the time. And my leader, I got her into it. She loves it, my old leader, because it's good. And you'd think to yourself, pumpkin? And I think there's refried beans in there. I don't remember. I haven't made it for a while because it's going to be chili season, but it's a family favorite, and I definitely think everybody loves it. Now here's the thing: I eat mine in a bowl. They eat it with chips, so there's a twofold recipe. Your family can eat it the way they want, and so they could put cheese on top if they want. They could put whatever they want on top of it and eat it with chips. It's perfectly fabulous. Me, I just ate it, with my lavash chips. Morning, Tiffany. Yes, and it's so good with the ground turkey. And it's a 0 Point chili. Like, you can't beat it with a stick. Like, you got beans, you got turkey. and you got pumpkin. There's 3 fabulous things in there. Take care, Shirley. Good morning, Carrie. Oh, I think we're expecting rain this afternoon. Oh yeah, skinny taste. It's absolutely. But I will tell you, don't tell your family it's pumpkin. I tell it. I mean, people will be like, "Oh," I said, "Don't tell them," because some of these recipes you would never know are healthy. I wouldn't know that's healthy. It's chili. But that's a lot of things. People have to hear the word light. They hear the word Weight Watchers. They're like, "Oh." I will tell you, my dessert hummuses that are practically 0 points if you have chili for a certain amount are asked for at parties. Denise, keep me. I don't tell them it's a Weight Watcher recipe. They don't need to. They don't need to know that. You know, that's the thing. Nobody needs to know that your recipes are light. They're just recipes. You know, I think we're conditioned to think, oh, it's a Weight Watcher recipe. You're apologizing for it, and you shouldn't have to, because these recipes of today are fantastic, and they need to be apologized for. Hello, Trisha. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is something my leader taught me. It was Crock-pot salsa chicken. You get about 3 nice sized chicken breasts, season it with taco seasoning, and put a jar of salsa in it. And you let it cook for, I think, 4 hours. I think it's 4 hours on high. I think it's 4 hours on high. And then towards the end, maybe the last hour, what I do, of course, because I have to deify it, I put a can of rinsed and drained black beans, and I put a can of drained corn. And let it cook for another hour. Then you shred the chicken. I keep that in my, it's coming up for season for that. I keep it in my refrigerator. I put it in salads, wraps. Now I'll make a quesadilla for them out of that. They think it's fabulous. And it's just chicken breast, salsa, beans, and corn. Again, and then they could add the cheese to their quesadilla, and it's all good. My website is, I have 2. I know. I will type them below. dishwithdee.org. This is the old original. I have this one. What happened was they kind of threw me. I don't want to say threw me out, but I guess I overdid my stay, or the website just kind of wasn't updating. So I don't update on that anymore. That one, everything from there is probably from from the beginning. Now this is my new one, and I didn't put it down because it cost me $12 to hold it up for the whole year. I thought it's kind of not that expensive to keep it. And this is dishwithdee.com. This is the new one. All the latest things are on here from the last year, but I believe the pumpkin chili and the salsa chicken is on the .org. They're the same thing. It's dishwithdee.org and .com. I thought it seemed easy, but I think it's a little bit confusing, and I apologize. But for $12 a year to keep that website up, it was worth it to me. By the time I would have to transfer all the recipes, I have a lemon seed. But I know I'll tell you what I want to make. I can get the seed out of my straw. Oh, there it is. There's a collab coming out next month. I'm trying to be in it. I don't know if I'm going to get, I just have so much on my plate. Collabs for me, when I'm filming for somebody else, if it's my video, I don't really care if it's on, but when you do a collab with other people, you want it to be great. And sometimes I'm a bit scattered, but I want to do, a chili salsa verde chicken in a crock pot. Like, same thing. Now, I saw one of my, I think it was Bumblebee Kitchen. I think that's what her name was. I think she changed her name now. I don't think she's Bumblebee Kitchen anymore. She had posted, and I made it. It was a while ago. Same thing with the salsa chicken. You put the chicken breast in, you season it, and then you put the green salsa instead of the red salsa in there. And you let it cook for 4 hours on high, and then you shred the chicken, and then you put, ready for this, block of cream cheese. Now, you could put lower fat cream cheese or higher fat. So that's up to you. And let it melt in there. I believe there was beans too. Oh my gosh, my boys went nuts. Absolutely nuts. Now, if you don't want the cream cheese, you could take out your chicken and then add the cream cheese for them. Or you could put a smaller amount of cream cheese in a bowl So you can control how much cream cheese, or you could use like, do what I did, put it in a bowl and add a Laughing Cow cheese wedge in there. So you can control the cheese. You know, sometimes it's all about how we can control a portion. So I've done that many times too. But yeah, I might do that for the collab. I don't know if I ever did it on a video. I can't remember. Good morning, Christine. Oh, chili, not here. I'm looking for chili because it's the first day of fall, y'all. Didn't think I'd remember that. It's weigh-in night for me. Well, good luck. Happy fall, y'all. I'm not even Southern, so I'm in New Jersey. I am what you call Northern. Well, Southern New Jersey, though. I'm in the southern part of the state, so does that count as being Southern? Yeah, I am so not Southern. My accent gives me away every time. But yeah, it's my favorite time of year. I will say, I do love pumpkins and apples and the Christmas in the air. I don't like winter. When it gets too cold, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the summer heat. I don't like the winter frost. I just like fall. Like if it could be fall all year, that would be fabulous. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome, Thankful Mom. Glad to have you. You're part of the Facebook group as well. 54. Oh. Yeah, I'm not too far from Trisha, so yeah, it was a little bit tacky when I went out this morning. I'm hoping we're supposed to get rain. They said the rain is supposed to break the humidity. Hopefully. Oh, thank you. Awesome. The reason I always suggest the Facebook group is only because we're there all the time, and the group is fantastic. The women there, and there's a few men. If you need an answer to a question, if you have a problem, you just put it in there and somebody will answer you. It's not always me. Sometimes I don't see anything because the feed is it's a busy group. It's an active group and it's a very supportive group. I will say that. I need cold. Let's hear me. I need this type of weather. My allergies. I am a seasonal allergy sufferer, and the worst allergies are fall and spring because it's this, and that kills me. So yeah. But yeah, we're talking about why is losing weight so hard. And I think a lot of it is we put on ourselves because like I say about putting in things. Don't give up a food. I mean, old diets again, that's what you did. You didn't eat chocolate, you didn't eat cake, you didn't eat that because you're on a diet and it just wasn't allowed. Even the Weight Watchers, I mean, remember used to have like breads and fats and you didn't allow for stuff like that. Well, they realized, plus everything comes forward, how things to be more lifestyles, you have to be able to have this flexibility. That's why you have weekly points for little things like, yeah, maybe there's a night out where there's cake. Cake is never the enemy. Like, it's the amount of cake we have that's the enemy. Like, you can have a nice little 2-3 bite piece of cake. Cake slices don't have to be gigantic. That was a hard one for me because I like gigantic pieces of cake. You too, Maria. Oh, well, you're still young, Trisha. It's when you hit the mid-50s that the hormones kind of die. Yeah. They kind of die. And let's face it, like hormones and thyroids, they regulate our bodies. So when it's kind of in flux, it's a hard thing. It's a doable thing, but you just have to work a little bit harder. But it can be done. Good morning, Miss Ronnie. I've seen the keto frostings. I've not tried them. I do get the sugar-free cake mixes, the Pillsbury. They're really good when you mix them with pumpkin. And somebody said, and I've never tried it, is if you use like the diet soda. I've never done that. I don't know why. I just have never done it. But I have done the vanilla with the pumpkin. I made like little pumpkin muffins. I thought they came out really good. But I've never tried the frosting. And that's funny. I think cooking for one is easier a little bit because it's easy to make small things. Like for me to have to make it for everybody. But that's why I do a lot of the one and dones, because I find it just a little easier. I mean, but we're all different. We're all, that's how I enjoy it. I find out on Halloween if my hormones are out of whack. Ah, they knew that I went through an early menopause. I went in my late 40s. It was like 48, which was, for my family, because they always go by what your mother did, and my mother was in her mid 50s, so it was kind of odd for me. I do. I like cooking for one, because I'm easier to please. I don't. When you have to please other people, I think it is. It's the demon that we have, or the demon that we want. Like people always want what they don't have. Like, I like to cook for one. People who cook for one want to cook for more. That's just the nature of the beast. But I would find what you like. I think that's the important thing. Cook what you like to eat. Don't cook what you think is low point. You have to like your food. And if you're sitting there eating something because it's low in point and you don't love it or even like it, that's hard. Who wants to cook something they don't like? I love to cook the food. The food that I make is food that I eat. I'm not eating something because it's low in point. I'm eating it because I like it or I love it. Like I was on the cauliflower rice bandwagon for a while, way back when, and then I realized I just don't enjoy it. I'm like, I don't. It tastes like cauliflower. It doesn't taste like. I mean, the texture. It looks like rice. It doesn't taste anything like rice. So I'm thinking, why am I eating this when I don't like it? Oh, good luck, Trisha. Oh, that doesn't help when they have a palate of a 12-year-old. That's difficult, because you're not alone. There's a few of them out there. You like too many. Well, or like, I like to have nights where it's beef night, chicken night, pasta night, fish night. That's why I didn't choose fish as a 0 point food. I only have it once a week. Oh, good, Trisha. I love spaghetti squash. Like I said, make a list of what you like. Like, I think a lot of us are eating what we think we should eat instead of what we want to eat. When you're eating something you want to eat, you enjoy it more. You're happy to make it because you're looking forward to it. If you're making something, yeah, I'm eating it because it's low in point. Like, sometimes eating a piece of grilled chicken isn't something you want. I always take my chicken. If I'm not in the mood for grilled chicken, I dip it in a little egg wash and some panko, and I put it in the air fryer. How many points is in a little bit of panko? I'm lucky if there's a point in there. And it's air fried chicken, and it's juicy, and it tastes like, and then if you want to get crazy, throw a little sauce on there and a little bit of light cheese, and you got a chicken parm. I'm not a fan of chicken parm. I think because my mother made it so much that the thought of chicken parm, but I know a lot of people like it. So, and you can make, like I said, I think a lot of us are eating what we think we should eat versus what we really want to eat. Yeah, I can't get the cauliflower rice is not something. Yeah, I'm telling you, you could work on those pastas. I'm not a fan of them, but they can for certain items be okay. Like, I made the protein pasta with a chicken bowl, so it was more chicken broth and chicken and vegetables, and I really liked it. So yeah, I would do that again. Would I put that pasta with spaghetti sauce? I would not, because I don't enjoy that. So eating it was kind of like, I'm eating because it's low in point pasta, but I wasn't enjoying my pasta. So I decided, way back when, to just stick to the pasta that I liked and just eat less of it. Is that hard? Sure. Would I like to have more pasta? Absolutely. But I try to fill up on salad, and I drink. I will tell you, one of my secrets is I drink a diet soda once in a while with dinner. Diet soda fills me up. And I don't have it every night. I have it maybe once or twice a week. Or even like get a piece of fish and find a fun fish seasoning to put on there and blacken it. put a little lemon juice on there. It tastes really good. And put it on I like making beds, and I was thinking of keeping it on hand because I've been enjoying sauteed carrots. I don't know why. Again, new one for me, but they're still a little crisp, but they're tender, and they get this little char on the outside. I was thinking about having that already prepared, and then every night just putting a scoop of it on my plate. I don't use a dishwasher. I gave that up years ago because it wasn't, by the time I got the dishes prepared for the dishwasher, I could have had them cleaned. So my dishwasher, I don't think I've used it in over 10 years. I prefer to wash by hand. I feel like it helps keep my hands youthful because the palm olive. And I do find it relaxing to do dishes. It's just like my time to zone down, and not everybody likes to do dishes, but I mean, you could do, if you don't want to do dishes, you could always use paper plates. I'm not opposed to that. We have paper plates here all the time. Oh, olive oil and garlic make everything better. And don't be afraid of olive oil. I have an olive oil sprayer that it works perfect. Goodbye, Miss Becky. Oh, this is my Ray Dunn mug. Love is a four-legged word. Because it is. I'm all about my dog. If you don't know that about me, I love my dog. Don't forget to thumbs up this live before you go. Yeah, it's cauliflower. And that's the thing. Like, we try to disguise food, but it's kind of like turkey. I'm from the school, turkey is turkey and beef is beef. If you want beef, have beef. But if you're going to have turkey, make it taste like turkey. Turkey's not going to taste like beef no matter what the heck you put on there. But if you put some white pepper and some sage in that turkey, it's going to be fantastic. But when you're trying to make it try to taste like beef, it's not. And I feel like a lot of us, we gravitate towards the turkey because it's, oh my God, it's 0 points if you get the 98% and it's 11 points. But if you want beef, have it. I'm not saying have it every night, but have it once a week. Have a, meatloaf made with beef. Have a burger that is a beef burger. And I get the 85-15. I count the points for it. My burger may be 5 points just for the burger, but it's delicious and I enjoy it. And when you're enjoying something, you know what I'm saying, your attitude is so much better. But if you're eating this burger that you want to taste like beef, but it's not, I think we set ourselves up to be like, it's okay, but it's not okay. But you're telling yourself it's okay because you think you should tell yourself it's okay. I mean, but if you like turkey burgers and don't mind it, but like I said, if I'm making a turkey burger, there's going to be cranberry sauce on that bad boy. There is. And some sauteed onions, because that's how I like it. But yeah, I don't put ketchup on my turkey burger because I don't want ketchup on turkey. Maybe barbecue sauce might not be bad. But yeah, I try to make, I always keep, I think I mentioned last night, I always keep cranberries in the freezer. I buy them because you can only get them now, like around Thanksgiving. I get the big bags at Sam's and I put a couple in the freezer. So every once in a while I can make a little homemade cranberry sauce. And all it is just cranberries, a little bit of water, a little bit of monk fruit, cook it down. Sometimes you just put a squeak of lemon in there. And I just put that on my turkey burger. Don't be, ain't no shame in using paper plates. Girlfriend, I got me paper plates up there. Pumpkin spice muffin bread mix. And you absolutely could check out those kind of mixes. Just, know the portions that you're having. That's all. I mean, everything is on plan. We just have to know what the points are to put them in. And we have weeklies. We do. So don't ever be afraid to go in to weeklies once in a while. I think some people put them on this pedestal like, I can't touch them. I can just look at them. Excuse me. Like that just came up for me. I'm like, oh, did you hear that? It's just like, oh, I get that way. It's funny. With my CPAP machine, sometimes I get too much air and I wake up with this terrible chest pain. I don't know, I'm sharing too much, but that wouldn't be the first time. So I take up, the first time it happened, I didn't know what was wrong with me. I thought I was having a heart attack. I had terrible pains in my chest. I rip off my mask and I'm like, and all of a sudden I had this loud burp out. Like sometimes I suck air in the wrong way. Oh my God. I'm like, boy, I felt immediately felt better. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so upset. I thought I was having a heart attack. It's just air. I was like, I burped like a man. It was horrible. We use paper plates all the time. Though I did buy those cool bowls at Target. Oh my gosh, everybody is loving them. Like, now last night I just used the paper plate for my dinner. Steve gets a bowl out. I went, what? He goes, oh, I just want to put it in the bowl. Like, I'm not using a bowl. He used a bowl. But yeah, I am loving that. And like I said, cost me under $4 for something that makes me happy when I use it. When you're happy, good things happen. Well, you might be able to. This depends on, you have to find out how many of the serving, what's the serving size per point, and then how many servings are in that thing. Oh my gosh! And now it happens every once in a while. I wake up with like my chest hurts, and at least I know what it is. And I don't know why. It's since I got this new machine. I have not been agreeing with this machine. On my last one had to be recalled. But I wake up and I'm like, I know I have to burp now. It's like I have to sit there and like, try to burp, and it's so horrible. And I will share because I overshare here. Sometimes comes out the other end too. It's like Steve goes, "What the hell's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I'm just full of air." Don't get on the scale when you're full of air. That's for sure. Oh yeah, and we're talking like it was like a truck driver fart. It's like wasn't like it was just something feminine. Like that came out of me. Same thing with the burp. It's like you'd be surprised when you have too much air in you. Man, how that comes out. Oh no. Yes, I don't. It never did before. I don't know what it is I'm doing. When I go for my checkup, which I need to call make an appointment for that. Last time it was a virtual because with COVID they weren't seeing patients because he was busy in the COVID ward. He's a pulmonologist, so I'm hoping I get in the office. Oh, enjoy your meeting. You're welcome. It's all about sharing because sometimes, and I just love cooking up like, well, let's say ground turkey because everybody seems to like that. Just putting some carrots, onions, celery, bell pepper, and cooking that with the turkey. I love like we make nachos with that. You can make like you said, put it on a salad. It's like a taco salad, taco seasoning in a little bit, and it's pretty good. I'm not opposed to turkey, but when I want beef, I want beef. That's just what I'm trying to say. If you want beef, have it. Like get the beef cubes. It's a little bit smaller. We eat steaks from Butcher Box maybe once a month. Maybe we'll make a steak, and it's like a 6-point steak, which the leaner the meat, really the lower in points it is, and they've been really good. I do enjoy their steaks, and their salmon is really good too. Oh, we'll make a good piece of salmon. Exactly, I did, and they're like, ah, like. And I always say to my boys, it's a normal body function. Why are we always ashamed of normal body functions? I don't understand it. For a sleep study for sleep apnea. Yeah, I was having 99, which is a horrible number, 99 episodes an hour of interrupted sleep. Now, we only have 60 minutes in an hour. I was having 3 episodes a minute. It's insane. I took the at-home test. And yeah, so now with my machine, I don't have any. And I sleep fabulously. Best thing I've ever done. And that's when I lost weight. When I was able to sleep better. I was diagnosed in 2015. I started Weight Watchers in 2016. And every time I go to the pulmonologist, my weight's always lower. And he goes, you're such a living testament of when you get help. Because it's not that the machine lost weight for you. It made you feel better to do the weight loss. When you're rested and have energy, you can tackle things. When you're tired, you can't do shit. Honestly, anytime I sat down at home, I fell asleep. all the time. I didn't fall asleep out in public, but at home, anytime I sat down, I fell asleep. There would be no lives here because I'd be asleep. I would fall asleep. When I got up in the morning, the boys left for school. I sat down, fell asleep. I had to set an alarm because I had to go to work. Went to work, came home, had lunch, sat down, fell asleep again. Got up, made dinner, cleaned up, sat down, fell asleep again. Got up, went to bed, went to sleep. That's how my life was until I got help. Exactly. And there's no, I stopped drinking because I felt like I would always say, I'm not drinking my points. And I thought to myself, why not? Why not? So I have brought alcohol back to my life. We were out. I had one cocktail. We were at lunch. We went to a thing. I had a cocktail. I'm like, I'm done trying to, because when I'm not having it, it wasn't helping anyway. So I decided to bring cocktails back. And I will have two if I decide to when we're out. We're going to a wedding. We're leaving tomorrow afternoon for the weekend. I may vlog. I don't know. I think it'd be fun because we're staying on the beach, and I thought it'd be fun just to show the beach, and our hotel's on the beach, so I thought it would be kind of fun to show that, and maybe show the wedding. Might be, we'll see. I'll see if I feel like, because, I don't want to be stuck with a camera in my face all weekend either. I want to enjoy myself, but it's fun to show different things. There's going to be alcohol at this, and there's even an after party. So I got to save me some points for some alcohol. You become a lifetime member. Do you go to meetings? Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Jay Bates. Oh, let me remind you about the cruise. Oh, yeah. You have to, somehow the alcohol comes up wrong, and I don't know why. They need to fix that, and I'm not sure why they're not. For alcohol, I know I have to put it in manually. You have to reach the goal that Weight Watchers gives you. Weight Watchers will give you a range, and they'll say pick a goal. So you can pick. Most people pick the end of the range. It's just easier. My goal was 146, and I asked for a 10-pound doctor's note because I knew I couldn't get to 146. That wasn't going to happen. 270, heavy for 45 years. What are the odds I can do that? Do I want to? So I was allowed to go to 156. So then they set a goal, and then once you hit that goal, you have to be there for 6 weeks, and then you become lifetime. And Weight Watchers will give you a range. It's a ridiculous range. Gluten-free hippie! How are you? Good morning, Lauren. Yeah, I'm not going to be a regular drinker, but I would avoid it all the time, and I'm not doing that anymore. Like I said, I'm going to limit myself to 2, even if I might not even have 2. But if there's like sometimes they have like a cocktail, the couple's cocktail, I may indulge. But like I said, I don't say I have to, but I'm not going to sit there and say no if I want to. Let's put it that way. Though I'd rather have a wedding cake, let's face it. I'd rather spend my points on wedding cake. Not going to lie. Yeah. And my husband told me, I didn't know I had sleep apnea. I thought I was sleeping because the person who has it doesn't know. Like, they don't know they're waking up that much. They don't know. Like, I didn't know I was waking up 99 times an hour. I would say, really? I was like, I would just jerk, I'd jump, I'd like that. I don't know I was even doing that. The person you sleep with, that's why it's so important for you to go and tell the doctor. Because, like, they always ask that. Because the person you're sleeping with knows more than the person actually going through it. It is frustrating because it's only going to make worse. It makes your heart can't take that. Oh, how am I going to cruise? Speaking of cruise, guess what? They sent us an email yesterday. They took Bermuda off the itinerary. Didn't say why. So now we're just spending another day. We're going to another island in the Bahamas. We're going to Nassau. And they took Virginia off, which I didn't really care about Virginia anyway. It was just a way to get to Florida. But we're going to Florida and then the Bahamas. I don't know why. But how am I going to navigate that? That's going to be a really good question. My one thing is I know we'll be very active. We'll be busy. We'll be doing stuff. I'm going to avoid, I think, the buffets. I think I'm just going to eat in the restaurant where it's more controlled. Oh, well, if it's disappointing in Iran, I'm not going to eat it. Oh, I bet it is gluten-free hippie. Yeah, I told you the doctor said if I didn't seek help, I would have been dead in 6 months with those results. I was, here's the sad part, I was getting forgetful. My oxygen, now your oxygen level, they like it around 95 and above. My oxygen level was down to 55. They don't like it when it's down to 80, let alone 55. So I was losing brain cells and it was scary. It is. It affects, your mind. I couldn't remember anything. Hey, Marie. Well, Marie, you could always turn it around. You always can turn it around. Make today a better day. Yeah, I don't know why the cruise is in March. Yeah, I have no idea why they took Bermuda. I have to call and make another payment. I'm going to ask if they'll tell me why. Yeah, it is not good for your heart. It is not. Puts a strain on your heart. They claim that's what happened to my dad. He died at 68, and they said it was years of sleep apnea. That just, because your heart almost stops when you stop breathing. Yeah, you can do a no way, and that's absolutely. Yes. Well, we had a deductible, so it was covered once I met my deductible. But yeah, so we have a $6,000 deductible. But don't let the. I mean, it's a lot of money, and like I said, I had to pay for the machine because we have a deductible. But yeah, it's definitely it's. I've never felt so much better by having it. Because all the weight I had was here, and he did retest me last year, and it still came back with episodes, but he said you're like a third of what you were. So always he says it's probably part of it is just your family history. So he said, and we would treat this. So I stayed. It's just easy to stay on. I didn't, but I feel even the first week I felt worlds better. And you're just getting air, and you think to yourself, air. How do I feel so much better just getting air? And it was hard, like putting a mask on because I became a mouth breather. So I knew I needed a full face mask in the beginning. And I'm thinking, how am I going to sleep with this thing on my face? But I used to go to bed. I put it on. I would pretend that there's medicine in the machine. There's not, but I would pretend that I'm getting, anesthesia. That's how I convinced myself, and I just would relax and breathe in, and you just go out and you get into a deep sleep, and it's fantastic. It is fantastic. Oh, Marie, that's the best thing to do. Take a Facebook vacation from Facebook. I'm not a fan of Facebook. I'm just not. I think fake book, as I like to call it, is just for people to sit there to brag about their life, brag about their families, brag about what they're doing, just to make other people feel bad who aren't doing anything. And so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Facebook. I like the idea of the platform. It's just people. It's all about bragging. It's like the GoFundMe. That thing that really irks me. The GoFundMe things, they're great, but if I put on a GoFundMe, I don't need to publish it. I always put on anonymously because I don't need the people to go see that I've donated. But people put their name on there. They want to, they want credit for donating. So I hate Facebook. Did I say I hate it? I hate it. Yeah, I didn't I almost qualified for that one. That one just seemed creepy, inserting something into your body. Yeah, I'd take my machine any day. That just, yeah, oh yeah, because people feel strong on Facebook because they're not talking to you personally. They can type whatever they want and it makes them feel better. Keyboard warriors. They would never say it to you directly to your face, but they will definitely type you something nasty. I mean, never. Yep. Yeah, Marie, you just have to. you're starting here. It is the morning time. You're going to have yourself a very good day. You're going to do what you need to do, and you're going to have a good day for yourself. Oh, America, they because it's all online and people are just mean online. I've never seen, how people got to be mean. Like, why is it okay to say something nasty to somebody on a post? Why? Why you could type something nasty and think that that's okay? Think that the person doesn't have feelings? Just because it's on Facebook? Maybe they agree with me on Facebook. I don't know. Yeah, we do because the power of food. It's the power of the draw. And it's so easy to follow and then all of a sudden go that way. And like, I need to get back to the road. I need to get back to the road, but this food is so good. I'll just stay here for a little bit while. I'll just stay here. It's hard. Food is a hard thing because sometimes it's a comfort thing. I need that to feel better. Do you feel better? Momentarily, but then you feel bad that while you ate that. But then you do the same thing again to feel better again. I agree, Nan. I agree. Good night, gluten-free hippie. Don't forget to thumbs up, ladies, before you leave. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think it's become all right to tell people off because it's only on Facebook. That's why my Facebook is just about Weight Watchers and my weight loss journey. And I don't, very rarely, I mean, I occasionally post Timmy stuff, but I very rarely don't post anything else. I just don't, because I just don't, it's, but yeah. That's why my whole, like, people's like, oh, you friend all your subscribers. I'm like, it's Facebook. It's, I don't understand why people think it's like, it's so private, Facebook. It's a private thing. It's Facebook. I'll friend anybody. Half of my friends in there I probably don't even know. But it's Facebook. It doesn't really, what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's that, oh my God, you friend people you don't know. We're not having intimate relationships. I don't understand that. You tell him, Ronnie. A good cry is always a good thing. I like a therapeutic good cry. Oh my God. Oh yeah, it's deadly because people, what's going to happen to them, Nothing. That's wonderful, Ann. When I see military people, I always say thank you for your service. Yep, good cry is always in order. There you go. Good going, Tiffany. Food is your drug too. I am Denise and I'm a food addict. Oh, that was nice. Because I'm Italian. Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, my God. There was somebody, Trisha, who used to post about her husband. And he was the best guy in the world, best husband in the world. Love you, love. It was sickening. And I would always put, we're friends, the puke emoji. They broke up. They broke up. So you're posting how fabulous your husband is, and then you end up breaking up. It's like, okay. Thank God I used to do the puke emoji. Like, yeah. Yeah. Oh, a good door slam. Oh, that's good too. Yeah. Breaking something. Nothing better than shattered glass, but they got to clean it up. But it does feel good. Oh, yeah. That was just the biggest thing. Oh, my husband. I have the best husband in the world. He's fabulous. He's this, he's that. And you break up. So, yeah. Oh, the cute names. Yeah, no. You know what? No, I'll tell you. I'll share with you my husband's cute name. Jackass. Steve will tell you. What does your wife call you? You'll say Jackass. That's his cute name. That's it. A good cry in the bathtub. Oh, and I love a good thing. Well, we don't eat ice. Well, unless it's a Nick's ice cream. You can eat that out of the carton because it's not too tragic. Yeah, jackass. I'm almost thinking change it to asshole, but jackass just fits him. It's been years, and Steve, what does your wife call you? Jackass. J.A. It's, you know what? I don't post it on Facebook, but it's the truth. Oh, I love this candle. But yeah, because men sometimes are jackasses. It's in their DNA, Sometimes, like I always say, they just can't help it. No, he's not. No, he's jackass. Yeah, I mean, that's reality. That's the reality I live in. It's not, oh my God, my husband's so wonderful. There is no man out there that's wonderful all the time. I mean, they could be nice guys. Steve's a nice guy, but he's a jackass. And it's not his fault. It's just in his DNA. You're just a dumbass. Have a great day, Mom. Thankful Mom. But it's, it's the reality of it. I love you, Steve, but you're a jackass. But they all are. There's not. I mean, I've dated many men. I shouldn't say many men, but they're all been a little bit of a jackass. Even my dad had his jackass moments. It's just normal. They're just. It's in there. Like I said, like when you expect them not to be that, then there's the problem. They're just a little. Like, oh my God. Though I like working with men. It's just living with them. And I've raised 3 of them. I'm hoping none of them are jackasses. I'm trying not to make them jackasses. But like I said, it's going against their DNA. Mr. Mumbles. Oh, I love handbags too. I'm on the Coach mailing list. I was into Vera Bradley for a while, but then I just realized I really don't like Vera Bradley. I go through fads of purses. I got a cute purse for the cruise. In fact, I got to call them today. I got to see what's up with this. Why we don't going to Bermuda? And will you credit me some money back? I'm going to throw that out there and see if they'll do that. Because when I booked this cruise, it was going to Bermuda. Would I book this cruise now? I mean, we're spending we're going to 2 different islands in the Bahamas, which I've never been to the Bahamas, which can be very nice, but it's just not where I was planning to go. Oh yeah, women are catty. Oh gosh, they are catty. Whew, they are. But this was a fun live. I enjoyed chatting with you, but I need to go eat breakfast because I haven't eaten breakfast yet because I took my probiotic and I came down to chat. But now it's time for my zucchini scramble that I have to go make. But this was fun. I love handbags. I have a Rubbermaid upstairs with all my handbags. I will not pay full price for a Coach. I usually use the Coach outlet, but I have several Coach purses in several colors because, Okay, I will, Trisha. Y'all have a great rest of your day. This is fun to start off our day. I will be live tonight. My dog's name is Cuckoo. Oh, how cute. Oh, that is adorable. Mine's dog's name is Bailey for Bailey's Irish Cream. Just saying. Yes, I'm telling you, we could all agree that is how men are. And we are realistic. I'm not saying he's the best husband in the world. He's okay. He's a great guy, great, but he's still a jackass. It's just how it is. But don't forget to thumbs up this live before you leave. It's always fun to spend some time with you. I will see you tonight for live, 7 Eastern. Have a great day. Thanks for the fun morning chat. I hope you got something good out of it other than my husband's a jackass. But, we're all in agreement about that one.